This is gonna be a weird one, React, but I need you to go away. We're not ready for you yet today. Do you remember Identity? We did a few of their songs, and they are very much an NCT type of group where you have a bunch of members, 20 in particular, that are subdivided into 3 different subunits. Now, that's all fine and dandy. We did a couple of their subunits, I think. I know I did 3 songs, but I think 2 of them were from the same subunit. So what I'm pointing at is that is something that I can see working. However, if you've ever seen NCT, every now and then they do a video where it's all of the members, and in particular, it doesn't work out very well. That's my own personal opinion. I think one of them was Back to Black or something like that, and it just wasn't good. I can't remember the other one. I know there's at least 2 where they were just it was just everyone's invited. It was the Smash thing. Everyone's here. Now look, I say that because Identity has this song here. It's called Kids Return, came out a few days ago or so, and this is their first 20-piece music video where it has all 20 members doing something. And look, there is a point where there are too many cooks in the kitchen. Now, I don't know if we're going to get to that point because there are large groups that work. 17 famously has 13 members. Super Junior famously has a bunch of members. Like, there are groups where they have a lot of members, and you can use that effectively. Specifically, pairing off voices that work very well, going from one member to another works very well, always keeping the listener on their toes. The problem is when you have a song that only has a limited amount of time, getting everybody time to shine doesn't work all that much, so you have to pick and choose which members you want to have solo parts, and mostly you're gonna have a chorale of voices altogether. My guess is choruses are gonna be very much a chorale or a chorus of people. So I am unsure how I feel about this, and we're gonna see how this happens. But by the way, hey, intense seizure warning. Oh, I gotta point this way. Seizure warning. Don't. You know, if you have to take care of that, take care of that. This is called Kids Return. 3 minutes and 11 seconds is not a lot of time for 20 members, but we'll see how that works. That gives everybody 15 seconds of time, assuming this is just chock full of music from the moment I press play right now. Let's see what happens. I do appreciate that they label who is doing the lyrics in the captions. A methodical pacing is a good start. Slow and steady. We'll see if that wins the race. We got lots of youngins in this, some older members. It's a lot of fucking people. What's this chorus gonna be? That's the real question. Actually? Kinda slaps. They've got a little bit of like a slide, like a little bit of a fucking slide in their voices towards the end of those phrases. It's nice. I like whoever's doing that A in the background. Yeah, that's nice. Oh, we have entered a different song. That's okay, we can segment things, that's fine. He's lost in the back rooms, apparently. Least favorite part so far. Into my favorite part so far. I like that. Dropped the instrumental, had a bunch of people, or at least multiple people doing that chant. Nice. Yeah, it's good. It's good. I love the layering in this. You're gonna need that when you have a million people singing. Woo, found the flashing lights. And we get a breakdown. Cool. Interesting. It's like we got a reverse NCT thing happening where the song that has a million members is I'm vibing the most with. I like that hook. That untouchable part, good. Are they numbered? I remember reading that on one of the fucking database things I was reading, where each one of them has a number. Outro? Hey, I like an outro, even if it's chanty. This is like the song that would be playing when you're walking into the concert. Like, they're not performing this on the stage. It's just playing in the background, getting you hyped up for when they do their songs. Honestly, not bad. I might go out on a limb and say this is the best song that I've listened to this group so far, even though this has a million people. They do what needs to be done to keep the pace up. Like I said, when you have a million people going, in this case 20 of them, you have a, what's the word I'm looking for? You have an obligation to be able to focus on as many people as possible. So you have to go from one member to another member very quickly, and you also need to pair up people whose voices work very well. I think there was only one part in the song where there was a specific person's voice that I just wasn't vibing with. It was not the thing that I like. But that's a personal preference sort of thing. I think it was just very nasally and not a fun time. But when you have 19 other members, if one member is not your style, just wait a couple seconds. You'll have someone else, you know, doing their thing. I like the hook a lot, and I think that's why I like this more than the other songs. Methodical pacing is something that I've mentioned before, where you have a slower vibe, where you could go, you know, pedal to the metal, full gas, no brakes sort of style. This doesn't do that. You're trotting along a little bit more methodically, a little bit more self-paced to where, hey, we're going to take our time with this because we have a lot of people we need to get through. And I think that works. Even though we have 20 members to get through, I think they do a good job at least showcasing 70% of them, which is 14 of them. Fun fact about math, I'm a math teacher. That's why we call this Teacher Reacts, because I'm a math teacher. Hi, I'm Ddog. Every day you get a new reaction. I think this is done really well. My favorite member, I think this person does a very good camera work, as you know, having fun with the camera and everything. I don't remember. Let's see, you're the one probably singing. Let's see how your voice sounds. There's 20 people. I gotta take a second and actually listen. Is it you? They were focusing on you, but I don't think you were the one singing. I'm unsure. You weren't actually, you know, making sound. You weren't showing singing in the camera. I don't know. It's that's the bad part about having a million members. Just a catastrophic amount of members is that old people like me get confused. and they do help that they have the captions or whatever that have the names. That's very helpful for me. And also you can tell when it's one person being focused on or one person and the whole group. That's very helpful for me. I think way back in the day, Ace did that, even though they only had 5 members. You could tell who was who because, you know, the caption said it. Love that. I wish every single K-pop group, J-pop group, Asian pop group, any group does that. Label who's singing. It makes me feel really good when I can recognize and sound a voice to, you know, name. Lovely time. Reactbot, I need you to get in here before, like, you know, the strobing takes effect and I pass out. Also, it's quite hot in here. This might be the last one I do today. I needed to get through 7 and I think I only did like 4. Oh, rookie numbers is what that is. Reactbot, how you feel about this?
Rest in peace, Rooster Teeth.
Yeah, I agree. You know, hold on. Did Rooster Teeth, is that the one that became Dropout? No, that was College Humor. What was Rooster Teeth? They were a gaming thing, weren't they? I was more of a Creature Hub sort of thing. Those that know. I'll see you all tomorrow.